Good evening, ZaCity. We begin tonight with breaking, yet tragic news. A tragedy has shaken this community to its core. Two of ZaCity's most influential figures, Jamal Smoke Watson and Joe Unc Watson, have been killed in a private jet crash just moments after takeoff from ZaCity International Airport. Officials say the jet, piloted by Smoke himself, suffered a massive bird strike leading to a catastrophic engine failure. Smoke reportedly attempted to turn back for an emergency landing, but the aircraft went down shortly after on the runway. Both men were pronounced dead at the scene. We now go live to our reporter on the ground who's been speaking with witnesses and friends at the airport memorial site. What's the situation there?
Lazarus, it's an incredibly emotional scene here tonight. Behind me, you can still see investigators combing through what's left of an aircraft as a reminder of just how sudden this tragedy really was. Crowds began gathering within the hour. Friends, fans, and even former rivals all coming together to light candles, lay flowers, and remember two men who, for better or worse, defined a generation in ZaCity. Now, both Jamal Smoke and Joe Unc Watson were once known for their ties to Rock Out and the FTO organization, groups with deep roots in ZaCity underworld. But in recent years, both men had publicly stepped away from that life. Smoke had turned his hustle into legitimate business, owning several local properties and sponsoring several youth outreach programs around the area. And Unc, he was the quiet mentor, the street philosopher who helped guide younger men away from the same mistakes that he once made. To many here tonight, they weren't just figures from the past, they were proof that redemption was possible. I'll cut it back to you in the studio, Lazarus.
And Julius, we've been hearing from city officials as well. Have they said anything about how ZaCity plans to honor them?
Yes, Lazarus. City leaders say plans are already underway for a public memorial, something large enough to let the entire city come together and mourn. One official told me they weren't perfect men, but they were ours. They represented ZaCity's struggle, its heart, and its hope. And you can really feel that sentiment in the air here. People aren't just grieving two lives, they're grieving what they symbolize. Cut it back to you, Lazarus.
It's a painful loss for their families, their community, and for a city that saw them rise from the streets to become something greater. Authorities confirm there's no sign of foul play and that a full aviation investigation is underway to determine the exact cause of the crash. For now, ZaCity will now have to find a way to move forward without two of its most recognizable voices. Julius Bekteshi reporting live at ZaCity International Airport. Julius, thank you.